Hey everyone, welcome once again to my channel. My name is Arun Thukral. I'm a life and a leadership coach, and I'm sure by now you would have watched my first two videos about how to give feedback and what are the aspects of feedback, what types of feedback are there, and how they can help you in shaping up your communication skills and also help in achieving the goals of the organization, aligning the team towards it, and then it's a win-win situation for everyone in the organization. Well, today in this video that I'm making, and as I said that this video would cover about how to receive feedback, because so far I was only sharing information and knowledge with respect to how to give feedback. Now this is something new that I'm going to take you, that is how to receive feedback. So tell me, when was the last time that you received a feedback? Think about it and think, did you learn anything when you were given the feedback? Or did you ask further questions to clarify and get more information from the person to know more details about it? Or you just became defensive? I've seen that a lot of time when people are given redirectional feedback, something that they need to work upon, something they need to change their strategies, a lot of people tend to become defensive. They feel that they are already doing the right things, and how someone can give them a feedback to change their strategy, change their stand, or change their behavior. While on the other hand, when people are given a reinforcement feedback where they need to work on their strengths or they are being complimented on their good performance or good behavior, people just dance out. They are just happy about it, and they still miss out on asking those questions which will help you to know what exactly you did good, due to which you are able to achieve it. Well friends, that's the beauty of receiving feedback. If you know how to receive feedback and get most of it from the person, you would not only enjoy the process but also bring a lot of changes in you as per the expectation from your immediate manager or the. I'm going to take you more detail into it with some of the very important steps that will help you to receive the feedback. And once you become expert at it by doing more practice, you will know and you will enjoy the whole process. So be here with me, and don't forget to like and subscribe this channel for more content coming your way. So now let's understand that what are the steps in receiving the feedback. And the first and the foremost step is be an effective and patient listener. Yes friends, I'm sure you will agree that listening is one of the most important communication skills, and the more you are able to listen patiently and effectively, the more you will be able to receive the information and feedback from the feedback provider. But many a times, I would say most of the times, our mind is not there in the present moment when somebody is giving us the feedback. It just wanders around at different places with all the worries, excitement, expectations that you have all around you is happening while you are trying to focus on getting the feedback. And more so, a lot of people are thinking and preparing their answers in responding back to the feedback when it is provided to them. And in both the cases, when your mind is diverted, it is wandering everywhere, and you are giving those responses, you are not actually in the mind frame of receiving the feedback, which clearly shows that you are giving disrespect to the person who is giving you a feedback. Number two, you are not even listening what exactly the person is trying to convey a feedback for your improvement. That depends upon whether it is redirectional or whether it is reinforcement. In either of the case, you are going to miss the opportunity because of poor listening skills. So what to do? Very simple. The first action is that whenever you are going to have a session on getting feedback, enter into that feedback session with a clear mind that you are going to focus on what the feedback provider is going to tell. You will put all your attention towards it. Number two, you will not start preparing yourself in giving back the answers. You just hold yourself and listen to every word the person is saying and think about what makes that person give you that type of feedback, and what is it prompting him to say so. And in the last, you will definitely have enough time to prepare your thoughts, to respond back and ask questions or clarify or give more details about the feedback that you have received. If you are able to do so in this way, number one, you are reflecting one of the very important skills, that is listening. Because when you listen somebody, overall you get to know everything what that person wants to say. So it means you will get exactly to know what the other person has things about you in his or her mind, and you would know exactly, but that is only possible when you have developed this skill of patient listening. Now we move into step number 2 of receiving feedback, that is keep the feedback in perspective. Many a times it can happen that you may overreact to a feedback, which is very natural. So for example, somebody is giving you a reinforcement feedback, somebody is appreciating about the good work in terms of performance or a good behavior that you have exhibited, can lead to a lot of excitement in you. But if you carry forward that positive feedback or a reinforcement feedback, believing that nothing can go wrong from here, can lead to unrealistic expectation of your abilities, and because of which you tend to get overconfident and can become rude or sometimes can start making mistakes. Therefore, when somebody is giving a feedback to you, you need to be very attentive in asking those questions that will help you what exact behaviors or actions that you had taken in the past which has led to this high performance. Likewise, if the feedback is given in a redirectional form, particularly from people who are not as trained as you are learning how to give feedback, could be that these people are unstructured and they give a very high critical feedback to you to work upon. But a lot of people, they take certain things as negative on them and they become more emotional, and due to which they just fail to reproduce a right action that will help them to improve upon better things or create things in a better way. If you continue to remain in that mode, emotional mode, which is taking you aback, it will lead to spoiling your career. It can also lead to spoiling your relationship with the person who is giving you feedback. Therefore, as I said, it is very, very important that you need to keep the feedback in perspective, respect the person who is giving feedback, be curious, ask questions, go in depth, get as much information as possible, and most importantly, work on it. Then only you will be able to create something better than before or have some more strengths developed in you. Now we enter into the third step of receiving feedback. And the third step is try to learn all from the feedback that you receive. Well, in a very ideal world, we all believe that a good feedback is provided which is goal oriented, which is focused, which is useful for you to work on and develop yourself. But in the real world, not everyone is so trained, so focused, and so well qualified to give a decent kind of feedback. Therefore, it is very important that a lot of time when you are receiving feedback from people who are unstructured or they are critical or they are not well versed with giving feedback, you should still exhibit the same qualities which I have mentioned in the earlier 2 steps, which means that you need to have a lot of patient listening and also you have to understand their perspective. And basis that, you need to learn everything which is coming out of that feedback, because when you listen well, you will be able to focus on what is the intent of the person who is giving you the feedback, whether it is redirectional or whether it is of reinforcement. And as you become more experienced in receiving feedback, you will start appreciating the person who is giving you the feedback. Plus, you will also know how to control yourself in those emotions and situations. Otherwise, a lot of people have a habit of becoming defensive. They do not want to receive something when it is given redirectional. And this will also help in shaping up over a period of time in asking the right set of questions so that you can get more details about whether it is your performance or whether it is your behavior. Now, by exhibiting these steps, you will be able to gauge that how well you are receiving a feedback, And likewise, the impression on the other side, the person who is giving a feedback will also appreciate these gestures, that is showing a lot of calmness, patience, and your willingness and inquisitiveness to learn and grow in the given situation or the role. Well, this brings to an end to our sessions on receiving and giving feedback. I'm sure you would have learned a lot in how a feedback can really help in achieving the organizational goals, team goals, and individual goals, and likewise being a receiver of the feedback, how you can become an excellent receiver by exhibiting certain qualities. If you have really enjoyed watching this video, if it has really added value to you, do share your comments below in the comment section and I'll reply each comment back to you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching me.